ladies, gentlemen, everything in between. Welcome back to another episode of Midnight Oil Motorsports. My name is Ian, and thanks for stopping by. Whether you're a first-time viewer or a long-time viewer, I appreciate your continued support. Today, we are working on my 1991 Mazda Miata I've poured a whole bunch of work into. If you're curious how I got to this point, well, there's an entire playlist on my channel. How about you go and check it out? Today, we are actually going again at the paint, but this time, we're not actually painting. No. We are actually buffing. Yes, this car had all winter to sit. The paint is now fully cured, and now we get to finally buff out this paint, get out some of the solvent pop, and just see what it's gonna look like. I'm really excited. Got my buddy Harvey coming over because he actually knows what he's doing. I've got no idea. So a lot of things, you're just gonna hear me just reiterate what he says. So that'll be fun. Let's just hop right into it. Let's go see what we got in all these packages. All right, we got our haul here from Bezos Rods and Customs. We've got our polishing and rubbing compound for rubbing one out. Happy ending towels per request from Harvey. Nice microfibers that won't scratch the paint. A finishing pad so we can finish. A cutting pad for the rubbing compound. And an assortment of pads for mini buffer. Also, probably one of the most important things, quick detailer. We're gonna go through a lot of this because you're gonna end up wiping off all of the compound. If you don't get it off in a timely manner, it will harden. It's really difficult to get off. Let's go look at the car. The first step, we already got Harvey doing it. It's taking the 2 K blocks. I don't even remember which color means what. Which one's green?
That's 2000.
Green's 2000 and yellow is 1500. So you go over the car, you can see he's already started, going over some of the high spots here and just getting it smooth. So that's really good for stuff like runs, for big dirt nibs, and just bigger imperfections. All right, so you can see right here in the light, there's 2 imperfections here. One is a dirt nib and this one's a fisheye. So this one is like it's a peak, and then the fisheye would be kind of a valley. So going over those with a K-block, if you just go over them with a buffer, you're still gonna end up seeing them because it doesn't actually take them down. Going over them with the K-block, just real quick, we'll level them out. So first 15, then 2000. And then they slowly start to disappear. Just wiping it off real quick. Thank you, Vanna White. There we go. Still see them a little bit there. Beautiful. There we go. A lot smoother. Anyways, so Harvey and I, mostly Harvey, worked on it for about 2 hours on this hood. Figured out that, guess what? I didn't listen to Harvey. He said get K-blocks and sandpaper, and I omitted the sandpaper. So I just got K-blocks. Go me. So of course, in our infinite wisdom, we went to Hazard Fraught, got the absolute finest Hercules sandpaper money could buy, and believe it or not, it's junk. It is awful, and we are now reaping the consequences of my actions. Isn't that right, Harvey?
Right.
Anyways, so we've devised a plan. The hood came out okay, but we devised another plan, and everything else has been coming out fantastic. So we start with hand sanding with 2000, go to a DA 4000, and then Harvey hits it with the wool pad because that scares me. So I let Harvey do it. And then one of us hits it with a normal rotary, wherever that went to. Rotary buffer. Did on a few panels. It's going by real quick. Loving it. Harvey's doing a fantastic job. I have to work on the hardtop while he works on the other side of the car. And we are killing it. Okay, so hand sanded with 2000. My hands hurt. Harvey does this for a living. Crazy. Anyways, nice even cloud on here. Nice even scratches. That's how we know all of the unevenness in the paint is down. You can still see we have some little spots on here, maybe. Yeah, little clear spots on there. And that's because those are fish eyes, right? Most of those bigger ones, they should come out with 4,000 on the DA, but we're still gonna have some. It's not perfect, it's a garage paint job, whatever. Let's do it. Anyways, also, by the time it took me to do this, Harvey's done almost the entire car. Thanks, Harvey. Okay, so we've quickly found out the hardtop is the roughest panel on the car. There's a lot of deep solvent pop in here, even after the 4,000. There's a fisheye. I'm sorry if you can't see it. It's gonna be really, really hard to pick up on the GoPro. There's small little, that's the biggest one right there. You probably see that one, I hope. But fish eyes, just a little bit of solvent pop that didn't come out with the 4,000. And again, it's okay. I'm not upset about it because these little ones will be hidden anyways after it's buffed. These bigger ones you'll see. But again, not that big of a deal. Harvey's almost done with the whole car. And I only did the hard top. Not even done with it. Yeah. Can't buy experience. Actually, you can rent experience for the price of an extra large pizza. So, Sunday has come and gone. Harvey absolutely killed it. And I say Harvey because, honestly, I was just there for moral support. I was doing some of the menial things like sanding, but the majority of the work Harvey did, and I can't thank the guy enough. The car looks incredible. He probably got about 90% of the solvent pop and dirt nibs out. The parts that still show it are the fiberglass parts. Now, fiberglass likes to absorb the paint a little bit more. So it's going to just kind of show more imperfections. It is what it is. I'm not upset about it because honestly, the rest of the car looks killer. I wish the GoPro picked it up better, but it doesn't. So, with that being said, Harvey did this for some beer and pizza. And like, get yourself some great friends because that's what they do. They do hard manual labor for a beer and pizza. But Harvey has told me the only reason he still talks to me is because I know how to weld. So, we're getting them back. Anyways, like I said, 90% of the car is done. We need to go over some of the smaller, more intricate parts with the mini buffer and just kind of polish up some of the bigger panels because there are some spots that were missed, but we were rushing. It is what it is. He was here way too late, and I apologize for that if you're watching, Harvey. But the car looks incredible, and I can, like I said, not thank that guy enough. Let's dive right into it. Let's just get this looking 99%. I won't make it perfect because I never make anything perfect. Let's get it to 99. So obviously I talked about earlier in the video, while Harvey was still here, that we went over the entire hardtop with 2,000 by hand, then 4,000 with the DA, and then Harvey went over it using, I think you probably saw him using that cotton pad, and then he also polished most everything. That being said, if we take a look at this paint here, we can still see it's a little cloudy on this edge here. Because of this curvature, Harvey didn't want to push down too hard on here when he was polishing it. So what we want to do is we want to take our machine polish, and what we can do is either apply it to here, or we can apply it to the buffer, right? We just want to take this, apply a little bit, we'll apply it to here. Oh, it would be nice if I open that up. And also, you gotta shake this stuff too. Just apply a little bit here. Right? And with this stuff, per Harvey, less is more. So, gotta be careful of this weather strip. You don't wanna hit this weather strip. So, yeah, let's just go for it. And then obviously you polish it until it's all gone. Obviously, it's mostly gone. I hope you can see this. I'm really sorry. And then you kind of just wipe it a little bit. And then, wow, we can see that cloudiness is all gone. Very cool. Okay, so as you can see, I think the paint came out pretty decent. Now, you can see on there, me, hopefully, if I have this angled right. But, I think it came out pretty good. Let me grab the camera here. As I get closer and closer, you can see that I'm actually pretty clear. Very cool. Now, back up a little bit here. We can see it's a car. That's great. But as we get closer and closer and closer, we start to realize I have a reflection. That wasn't like that before. It was pretty good, but not this clear. This is really, really nice. Again, you know, I didn't do most of this. In fact, I just did the finishing touches, which in my opinion, is kind of the easy part. Getting it to this point is really difficult. Or at least when there's a lot of imperfections in it, which there was. There was a lot of solvent pop or water from the compressor. We're not really too sure, but either way, it happened, and Harvey made this happen. So incredible. So when I've been buffing this, you see me going around with that light and looking for imperfections and stuff and buffing it out. Well, that is being a little too critical because under natural sunlight, you won't see as much. These LED strips show a lot of imperfections. Not only that, but a nice wax will hide some of those spots that are just a little bit dull still. Are they on here? Yes. Yes, there are. There's a couple spots, but that's okay. Again, this doesn't need to be perfect. I've never wanted it to be perfect, but it has already exceeded my expectations for how this came out. So that's great. But now we get to put stuff like belt moldings, mirrors, and stuff like that on. Very exciting. But I gotta call it a day for the night. It's already nearly past my bedtime. So we'll see when I can pick this up. Okay, so it's the weekend. It's been a few days. Wife's been off. We've been hanging out, is what it is. And time to get back on the car. We're left off buffed, right? All buffed. Might hit the hood again, undecided. But we can put everything back together. I just can't wait to finally see this car pretty much completely together. Before it was pretty close, but now it's gonna be like there. I'm excited. Beautiful day. 60 degrees here during the early spring in Chicagoland is a little odd because yesterday it was, no, 2 days ago it was 30 and snowing. The weather can't make up its mind, but anyways, let's get right into this. All right, so the car is now on the ground, on the wheels and tires I'm gonna be racing with. And every single piece I want on this car before I go racing, except for the marker lights. That's fine. Doesn't bother me. If there's a race and I don't have them, well, it is what it is. I want to get this video out. I missed last week because I was very busy. I'm sorry, guys. And I should probably go over this. Last week, we hit 100 subscribers. 3 digits. 100 people decided I'm pretty okay. And I appreciate you guys. You guys are fan-freaking-tastic. Anyways, not only you guys fantastic, but any person that's come out and just said, the car looks great, help me work on it. Huge shout out to Harvey for coming out and helping me paint it and prep it and buff it. Huge shout out to my buddy Joey for coming out and helping me prep this. Just a huge shout out to anybody who's just even given any words of encouragement. It really helps me stay motivated and get products like this. It's incredible. So just thank you from the bottom of my heart. This could not have been done without the support of you guys. Thank you. Anyways, with all that being said, let's end this video. Let's wrap this up. So, if you liked the video, give it a like. If you really liked the video, consider subscribing. I appreciate each and every single one of you that do. And well, thank you again to the 104 people who have subscribed. You guys really help me stay motivated. So just thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean the absolute world to me. Anyways, get out there, work on your car. It ain't gonna work unless you work on it. Burn that midnight oil. Whether it's a weekday, weekend, morning, night, afternoon, get out there and work on it. Do what you want to do and what makes you happy. I'll see you guys out there. This car is ready to rock. Later.